I will recall the session. I forgot it. So noted all of you, RMS value, average value, form factor, peak factor for a given square
Yes,
wave.
sir.
Yeah. So shall I move on to next page? If completed, note down the another problem. Find the average find the average comma RMS value. Find the average comma RMS value. Find the average comma RMS value comma form factor and peak factor for a voltage of symmetrical square shape for a voltage of symmetrical square shape symmetrical square shape whose amplitude is whose amplitude is 10 volts and the time period is 40 milliseconds and the time period is 40 milliseconds. So the given one waveform that is a symmetrical square shape, right? And they mentioned as the time period of 40 milliseconds, that is your x-axis is in milliseconds. That is your time period, which is in milliseconds, and then amplitude of maximum 10 they mentioned for V of t as a positive, and for negative it should be minus 10 volts, positive as a 10 volts. And this is a 20, 40, 60, and so on. These all x-axis values are in milliseconds, what they mentioned. Now we need to find out the average value of the given wave and RMS value, form factor, and peak factor. So will you people do this? Just I will tell the limits from 0 to 20. What is the value of V of t?
10.
Milliseconds. Right, very
10.
10. Similarly, from 20
10.
to 40,
10. Minus 10, sir.
minus 10, right. This identification is very important to solve the problem. Plus 10 and minus 10. Okay. Now you are very well known that the formula of average value just now we did, right? So
1
1
by
by
2
t integral 0 to t v of
V
t.
of t dt.
Here, what is the value of t? See, this is what they mentioned symmetrical, right? In the problem, they mentioned symmetrical. So, symmetrical in the sense the average value will be calculated for full cycle or half cycle.
Half
But
cycle.
Uh,
symmetrical, it should be
one member
Half
is
cycle.
waiting in the waiting room, sir. Let him in.
who is that member? No one is there in waiting.
Khalil.
But ask him to come with roll number, not with name. Okay, but now I checked, there is no one in waiting room, or else you can tell him to relog in once again. Okay. Earlier I just saw, and again he is not available.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, right. So 1 by t, this is a symmetrical square shape. They clearly mentioned as a symmetrical. So therefore, we can calculate the average value for half cycle only.
Half cycle.
So half cycle in the sense up to 0 to 20 milliseconds time interval, right? So your time period is 20 integral. 20 means here 20 milli they mentioned. Milli means 1 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Right? Integral 0 to t, again 20 into 10 power minus 3. V of t value, how much?
10.
10
10.
dt. Right. Calculate and tell me the average value.
0.01, sir.
20 into 10 to the power minus.
Here 20 into 10 to the power of minus 3 you need to do. So here I will give the procedure.
10, sir.
Yeah, whatever the value you can do that calculation. That is a calculator mathematics. So what is the next one? RMS value. So RMS value formula 1 by t integral 0 to t v of t square dt. And here for RMS, for symmetrical also, we need to calculate half or full. For RMS, we need to consider half cycle or full cycle.
Sir, half cycle.
For
Half
RMS,
cycle.
for RMS, why half cycle for RMS value? What is RMS value? How much you are going to apply the same? It should be directly proportional to the heat consumed or heat absorbed, right? Energy dissipated.
Yes, sir. Full.
Right? Yeah, therefore we need to consider full. Whereas in average value, we need to consider only half cycle. Why we need to consider average value for half cycle? You can do it for full cycle, you will get as 0. Right? Because both half cycles are symmetrical in nature, same identical in nature, so that you may get the positive half cycle as a positive value and negative half cycle as some negative value. Both are having same value. If addition of those two will become 0. That's why we are not considering the full cycle for average value. Whereas for RMS, we need to consider the full cycle, no half cycles, even though whether it is symmetrical or unsymmetrical. Okay. Irrespective of symmetrical or unsymmetrical, always remember for RMS value, in order to calculate, we must consider the complete full cycle. While coming to average value calculation, we need to consider whether the given wave shape is symmetrical or unsymmetrical. If it is a symmetrical, you need to calculate only for either one of the half cycle, either positive half cycle or negative half cycle. Right? If it is a given waveform is unsymmetrical, then you need to take complete full cycle, even for average value and RMS value. Clear now?
Yes.
So the what is the value of t now here? 1 by
40.
40. Very good.
40.
1 by 40 into 10 to the power of minus 3 integral 0 to. So here shall I split it as 20 into 10 to the power of minus 3. Your v of t value for that interval plus 10 dt plus 20 into 10 power minus 3 to 40 into 10 power minus 3. And in between these 20 and 40, what is your interval? During that interval, what is the value of v of t?
0. Minus 10. Minus 10.
Minus 10. Right. Very good. Square. So do it in your calculator, you will get the value of RMS value. So once if you got average value and RMS value, will you able to calculate
Minus 5.
factor? Do it as
Yes, sir.
homework. Okay. So will you do form factor as the ratio of your obtained RMS to average value, and peak factor is the ratio of your peak to your RMS value, right? Will you do that?
Yes, sir.
Right. That is a peak factor is some VM means 10 by your RMS value. How much you
RMS.
obtained, you can substitute it. Okay. So take this as your homework and do the calculation perfectly. So shall we move on to the next topic? Still anyone having any doubts? Like the problems which they are asking to calculate average RMS form factor and peak factors? All the four parameters. Understood?
Yes.
Right. Practice more. Okay. And keep the set heading as phasor representation. Phasor representation. Phasor representation. Nothing but if there are two voltages are presented, two alternating voltages, how they are changing sinusoidally with their corresponding amplitudes, right? That we need to indicate in a graph sheet. How these are going to observe that their amplitudes are going to differ and how they are reaching the zero values and maximum values at which instant. So if they are in same instant, what we call them as. If they are in not in same instant, then how they are calling them in electrical terminology, right? Everything we will see here. Just to focus for 10 minutes, we will finish off a very simple topic, right? Just needs a little bit of your imagination power. See, always remember the phase of an alternating quantity. We can define that as the fractional part of a period or a cycle, right? One full cycle, nothing but through which the alternating quantity has advanced from a chosen value. Let us here, I will draw one waveform so that you can understand. Let us take this as your V1 of t. This as your maximum point Vm1. Okay, and there is another wave. This is also a sinusoidal waveform that I can call as V2 of t with an amplitude of Vm2, right? Now, this is the value of the peak point, that is you can call as some 90 degrees. This is as your 180 degrees. This is as your 90. And this you may consider as some 270 degrees. And this is your 360 degrees. Right? Four intervals of time periods. Right? Angular measurement. Now, will you tell me both waveforms V1 of t and V2 of t are changing sinusoidally with some amplitudes Vm1 and Vm2, correct? As per the curve what I drawn in this figure.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes.
now my question was that at 0 instant, what is the value of V1 of t and V2 of t? At 0 instant. At 0 instant,
Zeros.
0, right? Both are 0, V1 of t and V2 of t, clear?
Zeros.
Right, good identification. Now, at 90 degrees, what is the values of V1 of t and V2 of t?
VM1 and VM2.
Right, Vm1 is the its maximum amplitude for V1 of t, and Vm2 is its own individual maximum amplitude for respect to V2 of t, right? So therefore, what we can conclude the point as at a 0 instant, right? The amplitudes both can attain their 0 values and maximum values at the same instant, right? Shall I conclude the statement like that?
Yes, sir.
both V1 of t and V2 of t are attain their zero values and maximum values at same instant. Same instant in the sense as per your x-axis term. Okay, not their vm1 and vm2 amplitude height. Okay, so their maximum values are attaining at same instant of the time period. That is the important. See here also the zero value should be obtained at 180. Both are at 180 or 0. Both are at 360 or 0. Correct? So if any two waveforms are moving like this, or simply we can call them as two alternating quantities are said to be in phase, they must satisfy this condition. Okay, so this condition is called in phase quantity. In phase quantities. Now V1, V2 are in phase or out of phase? Very important for competitive examinations. V1 and V2 of V1 of t and V2 of t, V1 of t and V2 of t are how they are interrelated, in phase or out of phase?
In phase.
Phase.
Sir, can you explain again, sir, the in phase and
Yeah, sure. If you understand in phase, the opposite one is simply out of phase. I will explain out of phase also. So
yes,
here, two waves, that is two alternating quantities. One is V1 of t and another one is V2 of t, right? Which are moving such a direction where they are attained zero values at the same instant. Nothing but, let us take your x-axis as the time period t. At t equal to 0, what is the value of v1 of t? 0.
0.
What is the value of v2 of t? 0.
0.
So both are attained 0 at same instant, correct?
Yes,
Same
sir.
instant in the sense time period. And if
Yes,
you take another time period, let us take at 90 degrees. This is your, let us take as 90 degrees by as an your imagination. So by at 90 degrees, what is the value of V1 of t? Vm1, right?
yes,
So Vm1 is nothing but V1 of t maximum amplitude value,
amplitude.
right?
Yes,
Maximum value. Similarly, and at the same 90 degrees time instant, what is the value of V2 of t?
VM2.
VM.
Vm2.
VM2.
Vm2 is its own maximum amplitude for V2 of t, right? That means
Yes, sir.
both individual, they are attaining their individual maximum values at the same instant.
Yes, sir.
Understood now? The
Yes, sir.
second point, zero value they are attaining at same and maximum value they are attaining at same time instant. So if any two alternating quantities are like this, those two alternating quantities are said to be in phase components.
Okay,
Understand
sir.
now? In phase
Yes, sir.
components in the sense, those two alternating quantities, whatever they are said, those two alternating quantities should be attain their zero value and maximum value. You can take it 180 degrees, after 90 there is a 180. So both V1 of t and V2 of t are zero at this instant.
Yes.
And if you take the another instant like 270,
Physics.
again they are reaching minus Vm2 and minus Vm1 as their negative axis maximum amplitudes, both again at the same time instant at 360 again. Similarly, it should be going on, right? Such two alternating quantities are moving like this. Those alternating quantities are said to be in phase. Okay.
Yes, sir.
If they are not like this, not like this means I will draw that curve also. This is in phase, and now we will talk about out of phase. Focus for 5 minutes only, very important. These 5 to 10 minutes are very crucial for rest of your second unit. If you understand these 10 minutes, the remaining entire unit is very, very simple for everyone. I am assuring you, without even my lecture, you can prepare your own if you understand this phasor representation. See here also there are two alternating quantities. One is V1 of t, right? And another one is for V1 of t, the maximum amplitude value as Vm1, and the second wave V2 of t, and its maximum amplitude is Vm2, right? This is your V2 of t, right? There existing some angular difference here, right? They both are not started at the same time.
Yes, sir.
Right, clear, understood? This is called our out of phase. That means here at 0 instant both are not at 0. You are having some angular difference between V2 of t and V1 of t. Similarly, coming to your maximum point, the maximum points also they are not attaining. Even at 90, it may be some 10 degrees or 0 degrees, your V2 of t. But your V1 of t is maximum as Vm1, right? Even at 180,
Yes.
your V1 of t is 0, but V2 of t is having some value. I think almost Vm2, very much nearer to its maximum amplitude. Like this is not satisfying the condition of your in phases. So that's why this is called as your out of phase quantities. Again, in that out of phase quantities also, we can go in-depth analysis how this out of phase will be one leads with another or one lags with respect to another waveform. We can going to identify that. See here, your V2 of t is simply nothing but, so which one is leading, which one is lagging, how can we call that as, which waveform is started early out of these two,
V1 things.
right?
V1.
V1 is
V1 T.
started early, so shall I call as V2 of t is lagging with respect to V1 of t,
Yes, sir.
because V1 of t is in leading position, or you can rewrite this statement as V1 of t is leading with respect to V2 of t. These points are very, very important. Don't confuse which one is lagging, which one is leading. So lagging, leading should be purely depends on the phasor representation. Okay, which one is started earlier? V1 started earlier, so that always V1 leads V2 and V2 lags V1. Understood clearly?
Yes, sir.
Even out of phase also, we need to identify which quantity lags another quantity, which quantity leads another quantity. That is the in-depth analysis of your out of phase quantities, rather than just simply concluding that as out of phase, that's it. So we need to move further as which quantity is leading, which quantity is lagging. If lagging, how much angular difference? If anyone asking you, you can simply tell them as phi. If they
Yes.
mentioned some angular value in your numerical problem, let us take some 30 degrees, then you can tell them as 30 degrees lagging, that this phi. As generalized, I mentioned as a phi. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now it should be clear for everyone.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right, for out of phase also.
Sir, I
And
did not
if you,
understand, sir.
this out of phase,
Out
no?
of, yes, sir.
I will give one more example. Shall I change the whiteboard screen? If
Yes,
anyone
sir.
getting noted, quickly note down. I will draw one more example in order to understand your lead lag.
Yes,
Right.
sir. You can.
Right. Now I will just interchange these V1, V2s. This as your V1 of t with amplitude of Vm1, On x-axis is 2, 0, and I will start from here. Right. Now this as your V2 of t with an amplitude of Vm2. Now the phasor difference, if anyone asking you, you can tell them as phi, right? In between
Yes.
V1 of t and V2 of t. Right. Now tell me which waveform is leading and which waveform. These are in phase or out of phase? Simply
Out of phase.
out
Out
of
of
phase.
phase.
How we can determine these are in out of phase? At a 0 instant, both values
And
are
the
different.
maximum value.
And at
Yes.
maximum here, if you consider Vm1 is maximum at this position, Vm2 is not maximum. Vm2 is maximum at this position. So these two are in different, and the 0 point is also different. So these are purely out of phase. And further analysis, under out of phase, which one is leading, which one is lagging?
VM2, sir. V2.
VM2.
So V2,
V2. T.
V2 is
V2,
lagging.
V2 of T is, tell me.
Leading
Right,
Lagging.
leading
T.
with respect
Leading.
to your V1 of T. How we tell, how we told this statement V2 of T, where it is V2 of T, this dotted line. So your
Started
dotted
earlier.
line is started in the negative axis, earlier to your positive axis. Right, so V2 of T is started earlier. It's started earlier, and V1 of T started with some late compared to your V2 of T, right? So therefore, you can also rewrite this as V1 of T is lagging with respect to V2 of T. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. So once it should be very much clear, then your entire unit number 2 is very simple to all of you. Okay. Anyhow, I am recorded this session. You can go through it if anyone having any queries. And be
Where we can get this recording, sir?
Share it in the BW group, sir.
Yeah, yes. Regularly, I'm sharing in BW group. Right? You can check by the end of day. End of the day. Okay. Because I need to change it and I need to upload in YouTube. I will share the link to all of you. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Fine. And anyone take the attendance part now quickly before we are moving on to next topic.
Still, are you doing it?
For your quick analysis, I will give some vector representation. So you people can tell me which are in phase and which are out of phase.
Sir, done, sir.
Right. Okay. Fine. Now tell me, there are the three figures A, B, C. Out of these three figures, which figure quantities are having in phase quantity?
In phase first one.
First one, very good. This is our vector representation. In phase, that is V1 and V2 are in phase. Clear?
In phase.
Now, coming to your figure B. Surely it is out of phase. Under out of phase, which one is leading, which one is lagging?
V1 D is leading.
Yes, that means V2 is lagging with respect to V1, right? And V1 is leading with respect to V2. Now here, for third one, figure number C, right? V2 is leading, right, with respect to V1, and V1 is lagging with respect to, understood the vector representations also? Just straight away in your mind, make it freeze as that. If it is a angular is in negative axis in vector representation, that is your lagging. If it is in positive axis, that should be leading factor. If both are on the same line, that should be in phase quantity. Understand? How much angular difference, how much angle it is lagging, how much angle it is leading, that should be, you don't worry, you can just mention as a 5. If the given value, you can keep that as some 30 degrees, whatever they are given in the numerical. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Done for all of you, noted? If noted all of you, the last problem what I given that calculations part, complete it, right? And we will start the new topic in tomorrow's session. That is your power, real, reactive and apparent powers.
Yes.
So note down quickly so that we can wind up the session. Done, all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.